In this module, you will learn about the natural environment. Different regions in the world can have completely different vegetation, animals, and climatic conditions. For instance, in the tundra regions in Canada and Russia, only mosses and lichens grow. Whereas South American rainforests have the widest variety of plants and animals possible. What is the reason for this difference? In the tundra region, the soil is permanently covered by ice. As a result, the earth is rocky and supports very little vegetation. A rainforest is a forested region where the rainfall is really heavy. Nearly 75% of the Earth's plant and animal species exist in the rainforests. As you can see, the life forms found in a region seem to be connected to the environment of that region. What does the term environment mean? The environment is the fundamental system that supports all life on Earth. It consists of the air, water, plants, animals, and land. In fact, the word environment comes from the French word environ, which means around. The environment can be classified into natural, human, and human-made environment. Natural environment is made of natural elements like water, air, plants, land, and animals. On the other hand, human environment refers to activities and interactions among the human beings with the natural surroundings. Examples include educational and religious institutions, and even family as a social unit, a community, a town. Human-made environment, as the name suggests, is the built environment. This includes the components of the environment strongly influenced or built by human beings. All man-made objects form the human environment. Parks, monuments, industries, houses are all examples of human-made environment. Natural environment consists of two types of components: biotic and abiotic. Biotic components refer to living beings such as plants and animals, while abiotic components refer to non-living things. Did you know? Earth Day is an annual event that aims to create awareness and appreciation of the Earth's natural environment. This day is celebrated on April 22nd in over 175 countries. Let us now take a close look at the 4 domains of the environment: the lithosphere, the hydrosphere, the atmosphere, and the biosphere. The solid part of the Earth forms the lithosphere. It consists of various landforms like mountains, plateaus, plains, and valleys. It is, therefore, uneven in nature. These landforms are not limited to the continents. Landforms can also be found on the ocean floors. The lithosphere is made up of rocks and minerals and has a thin layer of soil covering it. Thus, The lithosphere consists of the crust, the core, and the mantle. So how is the lithosphere useful to us? Well, it is important to us because it provides us land for living, farming, and setting up industries. It also provides grasslands for our cattle and forests for our wildlife. The lithosphere also provides us with various minerals like coal, mica, sulfur, and fossil fuels. The next domain is hydrosphere. As you know, 3/4 of the earth is covered by water bodies, such as rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans. This domain of water within the natural environment is called the hydrosphere. Hydro means water in Greek. Now here's a quick question for you. Is the ice found on the poles a part of the hydrosphere? Yes, of course. The term hydrosphere refers to all the water found on or under the surface of the earth. This includes ice and water vapor as well. So, how does water change forms in the hydrosphere? It happens through the water cycle. The oceans hold 97% of the Earth's water. The sun causes the water from the oceans to evaporate. The water vapor rises and condenses into small droplets that cling to tiny dirt particles. This causes the formation of clouds. Clouds stay in this condition until they fall as rain, snow, sleet, or hail, depending upon the temperature of a region. Some of the water that falls to the ground gets absorbed, some evaporates, and some flows into streams, lakes or rivers, and flows back into the oceans. As you can see, the water cycle is thus completed. Apart from water, what is the other component that is essential for life to exist? It's air that we need to breathe. The Earth is enveloped by a thin layer of air called the atmosphere. The atmosphere forms a protective layer and shields the Earth from the strong rays of the sun. Without this shield, these rays could prove harmful. So, what exactly does this layer of air contain? Gases, water vapor, and dust particles. The gases include primarily nitrogen, the oxygen that we breathe in, carbon dioxide, and argon. Ozone, which is a form of oxygen, absorbs a lot of the ultraviolet solar energy transmitted by the sun. The daily changes in weather, the climatic changes, are all a result of changes in the atmosphere. Considering that the atmosphere is primarily gases and dust particles, have you wondered how the air in the atmosphere sticks to the Earth? Why doesn't it just float away? How does the atmosphere surround the Earth? The gravitational force of the Earth keeps the atmosphere in place. The last domain of the Earth is the Biosphere, which is made up of all plants and animals. The Biosphere extends to any place on Earth where life can exist. Did you know Biosphere 2 is a huge man-made structure built in Arizona, USA? It houses all types of natural environments under a single roof. In this module, you learned that the environment is the fundamental system that supports all life on Earth. The environment can be classified into natural, human, and human-made environment. The natural environment consists of biotic and abiotic components. The solid part of the Earth forms the lithosphere. The hydrosphere is in the form of various water bodies such as rivers, lakes, seas, and oceans. The Earth is enveloped within a thin layer of air called the atmosphere. This layer shields the Earth from the strong ultraviolet rays of the sun. All plants and animals, that is, the living things and the non-living things, like the mountains and rivers on Earth, are part of the biosphere. The atmosphere consists of several layers. The troposphere, the stratosphere, is an important layer that contains the Earth's ozone layer, and aircraft flies through this layer. The mesosphere, the ionosphere, and the exosphere.